Hello, everyone. I wanted to just take a moment to share with you what it is I do. So, I do massage and I do energy work. I started doing massage when I was 7 and found a love for it back then. And so, after I got out of my medical career, I decided that I wanted to help people in a more hands on setting. And so, I wanted to learn how to go and do professional massages. So I did. I followed that dream. And then I really learned that I liked doing massage with my eyes closed because I don't like just looking at the body. And that's all we see when we use our eyes. And so I like to look beyond that. And so I closed my eyes, and soon I started realizing that when I closed my eyes, I could see the patterns that people were making in their lives, whether they were sleeping too long on one side, whether they were sleeping on their stomach, whether they tended to lean to one side when they stood, whether they limped, all of these things. And I could start to see what they were doing, their patterns in their day-to-day life that made them and their body hurt. And then as I learned more, my mind was blown by reflexology. The fact that you could feel the internal workings going on through the bottom of someone's feet or their hands just blew my mind. And so from that moment on, I decided, I'm going to be as open-minded as possible because the body is such a beautiful and detailed organism on its own that it doesn't even need our permission or our control to operate. It just does. And so I've always found that fascinating. I'm a super big, huge biology nerd. I absolutely loved it growing up. So then, as I was focusing on reflexology and I was focused on feeling deeper into beyond what I saw and beyond the movements of somebody, I started feeling the pain, like the energy, emotions, the held feelings behind the tension. And then that started opening up my world a whole bunch more to energy work and discovering that, sometimes we go through things in our life alone. And that's when we need someone the most, somebody who can be there and walk with us and walk through it with us and help guide us through it. And we don't always have that luxury, and especially as children. And so when I started working on people and noticing the energy and emotions that they were holding inside the tissues of their body, I really started to want to help more and want to feel like I could help somebody on a deeper level. And so I started realizing that with my focus and my ability to tune in and close my eyes when I'm working on somebody, with that, I am able to help move that energy and move those emotions through their body, through their energetic selves, so that they can actually move forward without that energy being inside them. So that can look like if we've had a bad day and then somebody comes and they tell you a story and then you're even heavier in your bad day, or even if you've had a good day and you receive this heavy news, it affects your day-to-day life. And so when you've been going through the heaviness and collecting the heaviness from not just your past, but from other people that you may try to come up against or up with and help, or whatever the case may be, when you're gaining that and when you're piling it on, you don't notice it. And soon you are stuck under a boulder, an energetic boulder, if you will, that no matter what you can do, you get stuck under, and you're like, man, life is just moving really, really hard. I can't seem to get my footing. This is a lot harder than what it needs to be. So when you get to those points, it's like you are stuck under a giant energetic boulder. And so when I come in, when I work with somebody, I like to go in and I like to help lift that energy off so that not only are they not stuck in it, but they're able to move past it. And that's huge. When you've been stuck for so long and you feel like there's just no way out, finally having that ability to move around without all that weight, it really does change your life, and it changes how you feel about life. And it's not a miracle, we carry energy. There's plenty of people who know how to feel energy and how to work with it. It's just helping to relieve it. And so it's a lot like getting to talk to somebody about your feelings and having that relief that someone finally listened and someone finally understood where you were coming from. This is that on the energetic level. It's you resting and you being at peace and you being able to just finally take a moment for yourself to breathe, to just focus on your breathing, nothing else. This is a non-judgmental space, as I tell everybody who comes in here. And so I like to give you whatever your body needs, whatever you need in order to release the pain, the trauma, anything that you might be holding on to that's just causing you dis-ease or even dis-ease in your body. And so if you have a problem with feeling like you're stuck, if you're feeling like you just can't move forward, or if you're feeling so much chaos that you just can't think, maybe it's time you give yourself some self-care. I have appointments available on my schedule starting next week, and I would absolutely love to help you. You deserve freedom from all this pain and all of this overwhelm that builds and builds and builds. You deserve that freedom, and I would really love to help you get there. So if you have the time and the desire, and if you feel led, find my link. It's www.pathtotransformationboise.com. Get on my schedule. I love to help you see that there's another way to live, and I'd love to help you walk into that freedom. I'm sending you all so much love and so much light. Bye.